That's one of the things the coach has said. Let's develop things fast. Sarwar's gone down now, the skipper.
She looks to be in considerable pain. And Lauder came to her right away.
Well, that looks agonising for poor Hamadi Sarwar. Don't say her World Cup is going to end like this. It does look a nasty one. What's happened here?
It almost looks as if she tore something. She's grabbing her groin area, and maybe when she reached there, because you can see the pain she's in, she is not right.
Yeah, that looks like a muscular injury and a really painful.
Per Kaspar Zak, che può solo fare un pallonetto anche per Piscarighetti, viene contenuto, ancora pasticcio da parte di Voloz. Ora vediamo se ne approfitta Piccinini, trova il muro da parte di Tokarska. E ora attenzione perché rimane a terra, attenzione, lacrime per Valentina Righetti, si è fatta probabilmente molto male. Questa non è una buona notizia per Barbolini. Preso un colpo in iperestensione della schiena.
She is with the ball. 2 on the shot clock. Bales has to jam. And Catchings goes down, injured on the play. And the WNBA MVP may have turned an ankle. The entire Fever team coming off the sideline.
Catchings came down hard and immediately grabbed her foot. As she rotated over and took a step back. And she, remember Beth, in previous years has had problems with that Achilles.
Often in those situations you see a player come down on the shooter's foot and turn an ankle, but that was not the case right there with Catchings.
As she rotates over and defending Allison Bales, as she stepped backwards, one foot was caught underneath Allison Bales. It was the other foot when she stepped back. The whole entire Indiana team is huddled around their MVP.
If you're England, though, you've played pretty well up to this point. If you can get into the locker room at 0-0, you've done pretty well. Here's the U.S. looking for one late. A low shot is deflected wide. We've got a player down for England. And no one has seen that except now for the referee, Jenny Palmquist, who will stop play.
It's an encouraging sign, no question, JP, you said, for England, because they know they're coming in against the #1 team ranked in the world. And here we're going to see the foul. That's a different one, I think. That's one on Kelly Smith.
Yeah, that's the captain who's down, Faye White. Well, if you're England, Julie, you've got to feel very good about yourself, especially at this stage. 0-0. This was the play with Wambach with the elbow, apparently. But if you're England, we said before, they're playing with confidence. You would think the longer they stay in this, the more confidence they will have that they could pull off an upset.
And the way they're moving the ball around, it just wears on a team. It's so frustrating to defend and constantly chase. And when you see the United States constantly on their heels, it just lifts up a team that's offensively doing so many great things. And so I think England hopes to continue that possession and that rhythm and that flow.
She is one of the toughest players, not only for England, but in this World Cup. She's hurting a little bit there with that elbow. She's had 2 serious knee injuries, fought her way back on the team.
UConn 1 minute away from 71 straight wins. Doty took a hit and went down. Gino is livid that there was no foul on the other end. Notre Dame with a short one inside. That won't go. Now an official timeout to see if Doty can get up. And Gino Auriemma is really ticked off. We welcome you who've been watching on ESPN. We have 49.7 seconds left. Caroline Doty, the 5'10 sophomore for Connecticut, is in some pain and down on the court, but Connecticut has a 14-point lead and a break in play to attend to Doty, who had a tremendous first half for Gino Auriemma.
Well, the Irish just trying to make some things happen to cut into this lead. There is some contact between her and Skylar Diggins, the outstanding freshman from Notre Dame. The reach and slap, the ball comes loose.
No foul called on that play. One reason that Auriemma was so upset. UConn seeking their 71st consecutive win. Right now they are tied with themselves and the Connecticut Huskies of 2001 through 2003, who won 70 consecutive games. Right now the building is hushed for the first time in about the last half hour, because Connecticut really came roaring out of the gate. They scored only 25 points in the first half. They led Notre Dame by 3. But it was the lowest scoring half of the season for Gino Auriemma's team. But they found that other gear that they want to find in the early moments of this second half and opened up a sizable lead. But right now, everyone's concerned about Doty and her health.
It's been some frustration by both head coaches with some contact and no calls throughout the course of the game. We saw Maya Moore stunned when she was hit in the face earlier in the basketball game.
One more look at this injury by Doty.
I think it's that hit right there. Yeah, it's not actually the hit by Diggins.
Now Rebecca Bross on the vault. She's had back-to-back falls off the balance beam on both nights of competition.
This is difficult for Rebecca. She can do it well, but those ankles.
Oh, golly.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
dear. Oh, no.
That had all the bad things that can happen on a vault. She was under-rotated. She was twisting still as she hit the ground. And as a gymnastics coach and a gymnast, every single person in this arena that is affiliated with gymnastics knows that that can be the deadliest of combinations. An under-rotated, still twisting into the floor landing.
A moment. Let's look for some smooth changeovers. Bit slow from the Polish. The Americans now closing down the Russians on the outside. They're still in control at the moment.
Oh, no, they're not.
And they've gone. Well, we always say there are casualties. A totally different race once the Americans were gone.
There's a leg being strapped up there. I can see that. Look at that. She's in real pain. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly happened. Here we go.
Stretching out the baton to Lee. Oh, there's a problem there. She did get it. And just as she's got it, somehow she twists away, and as you say, is quite badly
still
injured.
Not clear, is it?
No.
I was pretty sure they got the baton. That was one thing I was clear on.
There was a struggle there to get it, wasn't there?
But I think she twisted her leg in doing so, Peter.
Yeah.
It rotated so much that she actually fell over because she was rotating. I'm not sure.
Says she has a game plan for each hitter, each game. So even though Fullerton may have seen a lot of game film on Mowat, she's still mixing up and making adjustments.
High pop-up. Deep. Caitlin Lowe can't make the grab, and she's down. 1 run will score. Here comes another. 2 runs will score. Everybody's safe. And Caitlin Lowe down in a heap in right center.
Wow. Wow.
We have seen Caitlin Lowe make tremendous catches over the years, and she just ran out of real estate and hit that wall. She went face first into the fence, and you can see that there's concern around their center fielder.
Take a look at Caitlin Lowe, your center fielder, as she is just going back, back, back. And as you said, Eric, goes face first. There is no warning track, so to speak, out there, so she cannot feel with her feet. And she couldn't feel with that left arm because that was the arm she used to try to catch the ball. In that situation, you communicate with your right fielder, Adrian Acton, who is out there with her, and you try to make your best judgment of how quickly that wall's bearing down on you.
Well, an absolutely stunning top of the first inning here.
Tem bola na ponta para Nunes. A Sheila estava lá no fundo. Se machucaram ali a Fabi e a Jaqueline, né? A Sheila estava no fundo. O técnico Zé Roberto Guimarães vem à beira da quadra. Bateram cabeça com cabeça. Já entra o médico brasileiro. Olha aí, bateram forte. O jogo fica parado com 5-1 para a República Dominicana. Até o Zé Roberto está na quadra.
No primeiro set, essa bola caiu muito, né, no Brasil. Então, agora as duas não querem deixar cair. Então, elas trombaram ali com a cabeça. Eu acho que foi forte, viu, Maurício? Olha só.
Ó, Jaqueline, Jaqueline com a Fabizinha. E o jogo fica parado, então. Olha, a Fabizinha já está de pé, mas para a Jaqueline parece que a coisa ficou um pouquinho pior.
From that inaugural season in 1997. It's a scrum out there. Parker inside the score. And somebody's hurt. Who's down there?
Sue Bird is down on the floor, and you know she's had a few nose breaks.
For a while there, I didn't recognize her. She didn't have the mask on.
But hopefully no one seriously
Here it
injured.
is again. That's Sue up the top. She got, did Tina roll into her?
She fell on her knee.
Yeah.
The same injury I had, but hopefully she can recover from it.
Yeah, I think Tina rolled into her from the side.
Yeah, that's your, on the outside there, your MCL. You can get a slight tear from that type of injury when someone falls on you. So let's hope Sue can continue to play through. That's exactly what happened to me when Swing Cash fell on me.
Yep.
Your knee kind of just hits the floor.